As dawn broke over the city, Emily awoke to the gentle rustle of leaves against her bedroom window. She stretched, feeling the familiar morning stiffness that comes with age, but welcomed it as a reminder of life's steady rhythm. Her routine was well-oiled, each day starting at precisely 6:00 a.m. Today, however, she added an extra layer of preparation due to an unexpected twist in her daily commute. She checked her phone as soon as she sat up. The habit ingrained since technology became a constant companion in her life. The news app flashed red with alerts, and there it was. An indefinite closure on her usual route to work due to construction delays. Sighing, she adjusted her schedule, deciding to leave an hour earlier than planned. The sky outside had barely begun its transition from dark to light when Emily stepped out of her apartment building, her eyes scanning the horizon for signs of light. The streets were quiet, save for a few early risers like herself, and the occasional stray dog searching for scraps in the dawn's dim light. She turned onto the park path she'd chosen as an alternative route, its winding trails offering a brief respite from the city's relentless pace. Almost immediately, Emily noticed several fallen branches strewn across her path, remnants of recent strong winds that had swept through. Overnight, without hesitation, she began to clear them away, moving with a calm efficiency honed by years in dealing with life's unexpected detours. A nearby resident, spotting her efforts, joined in, though his presence was marked more by curiosity than genuine assistance. "Are you sure you don't need help?" he asked somewhat unnecessarily, as she was already working steadily on the debris. Emily nodded, her movements fluid and decisive despite the early hour. "Thank you," she said softly, accepting a few branches handed to her, but not pausing in her task. The resident seemed to misinterpret her swift actions as signs of impatience rather than dedication, causing an undercurrent of tension between them that remained unspoken. Continuing along the path, Emily soon encountered an elderly woman struggling near construction barriers blocking part of the walkway. She stopped immediately and offered a steadying hand, guiding the woman to safer walking routes on either side of the obstacles. The elderly woman's grateful smile was heartening, but as they moved past the barrier, a line had formed behind them with other pedestrians, waiting for their turn. Their delay caused mild frustration among those impatiently waiting. Emily felt a twinge of guilt but pushed it aside. Her priority was helping others in need, and she hoped understanding would come later. She continued on towards work, her mind already adjusting to the day's challenges ahead. Upon arriving at the office building, Emily immediately noticed that one of her colleagues looked particularly stressed. "Good morning," she greeted him with a warm smile as he hurriedly packed up his things, seemingly in a rush to leave. "Is everything okay?" Good morning, Emily," he replied, pausing briefly before resuming his frantic activity. "I'm just having some trouble finding the equipment we need for our joint project this afternoon." Without needing further prompting, Emily offered her help immediately. "Let me go get it right now," she said, already turning towards the elevator. Her colleague's relief was palpable as he watched her leave, and her promptness was appreciated by their team. When she returned with the missing items, less than 15 minutes later, however, Some colleagues who saw her enter the office floor, laden with equipment, couldn't help but raise an eyebrow at her initiative. As Emily settled back into her desk, she made mental notes about checking for better routes online later, in the day when she had more time to research. She didn't let the minor mishaps and misunderstandings distract from her work. Instead, she adapted swiftly as challenges arose, addressing them with a calm resolve that characterized her approach to daily life. During lunch break, she stopped by a local bakery, its aroma already wafting through the air, despite it still being early. She selected fresh bread and pastries for breakfast tomorrow, enjoying the simple pleasure of choosing something special amidst the routine tasks of her day. The store owner served her without much interaction, his eyes seeming to miss the warmth in Emily's smile as she made her selections. Returning home just before sunset, Emily felt a sense of satisfaction, with another day accomplished, despite ongoing minor clumsiness and occasional misunderstandings, stemming from her direct approach and willingness to help others. She had adapted quickly when unexpected challenges arose and continued with her regular tasks, undeterred by the smaller mishaps that dotted the landscape of her routine. She opened her front door, stepping into the quiet sanctuary of her home, where she could decompress after a day filled with both triumphs and missteps. As she set about preparing for tomorrow's morning, Emily found herself reflecting on how small acts of kindness and adaptability often led to larger impacts, whether recognized or not, in the tapestry of everyday life.